Guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am playing with my Kill a Kit with Style, and I'm also scrapbooking some memories from Monterey and Santa Cruz. So I have these things. I got to figure out what I want to do. I'm trying to wrap up this section so I can have it off my plate. Let's see what I can do. Alright, so I figured out what photos I was going to work with, and then I'm going to make it happen. So I do have these pieces of paper in my kit. Some of them are already cut into, some of them are not. So I am using this, not October Afternoon. What's that other, maybe it was October Afternoon. I think it was October Afternoon. This kind of notebooky ledger paper in the background, and then I'm going to go ahead and take these papers that are on top and just build some layers. Now I think sometimes when we think about layers, we think about layers that are going to be behind our photo, or like a photo mat, or we think about layers that we're going to create for a cluster, but sometimes your layers can be completely just on the page. It doesn't have to be a specific element to have layers on your page. So that's all I'm doing right here, is building up these layers. Now I am going to use this Chatterbox Walls right here with this brown paper, and at first I was going to use the dark brown side because I thought it was a little bit more interesting because it had a little bit more texture on it, but then I decided that I liked the color of the light brown side. It's more of a khaki color than a brown color, so I decided that that would be the side that I wanted to use. So I do use an off-brand permanent tape in my HEG gun, and I do purchase that in bulk from places like Tape Jungle or Tape Depot, just in case you were wondering how I rubbed that adhesive off of the paper. Now, when you do rub your adhesive off that way, you do get glue boogies, so just make sure that your glue boogies don't end up in your carpet, because they will get stuck in there and dry and harden, and then you got to cut them out. Don't ask me how I know, but I know. So now I am going to go ahead and mat my photos. Now I ran out of adhesive in my ATG, then I ran out of adhesive in my second ATG, and then I have this tape runner that is here on my desk, and surprise, it was all garfunkeled, so I had to fix it. Now I finally get it fixed so that it will lay some adhesive down on my paper, and I just go ahead and layer that on top of the other layers. So I am making sure that nothing is lined up with the other edges. Even the edge of the photograph that is on the mat does not perfectly line up with the green paper that is on the background. So none of the edges are in line with each other. Now I have these kind of plastic pieces from Tim Holtz. They are older, and let me see if I have them handy. So I move some stuff around. Here they are. They are from Ideology, and they are alpha parts framed. So these I've had definitely for a while, and then they are copyright 2014. So they're pretty old, and when I got them, they were on clearance, so that means they had been around a while. Now, I do like them. They are plastic, but they're a soft enough plastic that you can trim off the edges with your scissors, and it's not like messing anything up. Now, I knew I wanted to bring in these black foam stickers from Jelly Bean Soup. I knew I wanted to have those pops of black on my page. So I decided to go with that big old word of love. And then I thought, oh, this today can nestle in there quite nicely. The E will fit in between the two ascenders of the T and the D, and that is going to make me happy. Nestling things on my pages make me happy, you guys. especially when you are building clusters. So sometimes you are building clusters and everything doesn't have to touch and overlap. Sometimes things can just nestle so that they look like they were made to fit inside of each other without actually overlapping or touching. Gives me great joy to do that. So I popped off a couple of the foam stars as well, and I'm going to place those down here on the page. Now I decided I needed a little bit more of a shelf for my photos. Now I don't feel like I need a shelf every single time, but in this case I was like, I need a little bit more of something that is going horizontal across the page. Everything feels very vertical, and I just need a little bit more horizontalness going on this page. So that sticker is going to go down there, and then I'm staring way too long at my sticker sheet. I was trying to debate if I wanted to bring florals into this layout, and fun fact, I do bring some florals into the layout. They are some Vicky Boutin florals. She does gorgeous florals, you guys. And then I'm going to layer on top these words. One is adventure and one is seen and noted. And now I'm just trying to find the little pieces to bring in more floral. So since I have this one big flower on the page, I decided, you know what? I should put more flowers on the page. So I grabbed that tab, which is floral, but then I decided that is not really where I want it to go. So I peel it up, and I do peel up the top layer of that super thin chatterbox paper. So got to cover that up. So we're going to put a sticker and a leaf down on there to cover it up. Those thin papers sometimes it's really hard. You just peel that color right on off. Now I am going to put the tab over here up on the top, which is weird. Usually tabs are on top of, other layers, papers, all that kind of thing. And I decided, you know what? I'm not going to really treat this as a tab. I'm going to treat it as a label, just a little decoration. So, use your stuff the way you want to. You don't, just because that is a tab, it doesn't mean you have to treat it as a tab. So now I am looking through more stickers, and I bring in this little bird that says happy, and it is a stamp. I just figured I was bringing in flowers. I could bring in birds too. Plus I liked the little metallic bit around the edges. It just gives it something cute and fun on there. So I decide, since I'm bringing in those metallic bits, I might as well bring in some more metallic bits with these plus signs. And I do like kind of a cascading plus sign where they kind of look like they nestle into each other, but they're offset ever so slightly. I really just like the look of that. Nothing other than it nestles nicely. The little kind of 90-degree angles of those plus signs nestle nicely together. And I just like the way it looks. There is no rhyme or reason other than I like it. And I put things I like on my pages, so that means I usually like my pages. So I do that in 2 places because, again, if I'm doing it once, might as well do it again. And then I pull out the Cocoa Vanilla sticker sheet, which I'm noticing I'm not really using a whole heck of a lot of stickers off of this sticker sheet. I seem to be going for the other colors and not really bringing out these colors. So I decided I needed to do something about that. So I made myself use 3 stickers off of that sheet, 2 arrows, and a word phrase that says, "Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside," because these are just photos of the 100th anniversary of the Santa Cruz Wharf, and then also where some people landed in Monterey. So these are just like kind of commemorative things, and that's by the seaside, so we made that work. Now I decided up here where my tab and my stamp was, I needed more. It wasn't exciting enough. So I am going to layer up these 2 little label arrows and tuck them underneath so that they're 2 little banners. Now usually my banners are fishtailed, but these are pointed, and that's fine. Totally cool with it. I'm still using that backup tape runner. And now I'm just looking to see what else needs to go on the page. I was like, should this heart go on the page? No, that should not go on the page. Like, what else should go on this page? So I do put a couple more things down, I believe. I do have one chipboard piece that says interesting, and I decide to go ahead and put that down here at the bottom. Just because I felt like the black from the top really wasn't balanced too great with the black on the bottom. It felt a little lopsided. So putting this black over here on the left-hand side kind of made it less lopsided to me. So that is going to go down there. And then I literally am just going to put the date down as my journaling. And that is because I have a whole series of photographs about Santa Cruz and Monterey and the day that we spent traveling up the coast. So I don't really feel the need to write any kind of epic journaling on this layout because I have so many other layouts. Like if this was the only layout, then of course there would be more journaling. But since I have multiple, I don't need to add journaling. And I guess you could look at that two ways, like why are you creating pages if they don't need journaling? Well, because I like to create pages and I like my photographs to be decorated, so there you go. That is the short answer. I'm spending way too long looking at chipboard and other such things, just trying to figure out if I needed to add anything. I finally get it figured out. I don't. And that is going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys again real soon for another video.